He's not on Astralis anymore. They've got a new coach.
It's good. It's a
Anyway.
good bit. Out towards long for Legacy. They have all this control, and they're playing fast in the pistol. They are already running on up. Flash through for Astralis, but Anti were Legacy able to trade this one out favorably. They get into a 3-on-2 on this pistol. They managed to get across with Dumao. Chance to assemble the boost for Astralis. It feels like their best play to try and snipe one from the ranks of Legacy and tee themselves up for a 2v2.
Smoke fades.
Nothing's given. Smoke now faded and the boost spotted. Legacy have all the info and every reason to win this pistol. Great stuff from Lato. That's a promising sign if he's going to be hitting shots like that.
Yeah. Let's see the spacing on this clear. We saw FaZe really screw this up yesterday, but it looks a little better. Still Lux faking A. Now Astralis kill him. They realize they're all rotating. Cadian hits his shot.
All right, that's a keen trade back for Lato. These rotates have now arrived.
Oh god, the util.
Fast wrap in through the tunnels as well, and no one's keeping an eye on this still. Device misses the opportunity, fires off. Satin reclaims one, but now they strike out through the tunnels. It's a lot of damage done from Device. Left on to Yabi, closing the gap. Back's turned, plays the trigger discipline, but he can't pick up the killing blow.
A single bullet, that's what it would have taken. A single bullet on that last player. Broadcast.
On the stream.
No. I think there is a...
Well, yeah, but like, you know,
there's
the
angle.
idea that, like, there's less of your screen covered and stuff,
Yes,
right?
that's the angle.
But it's like, that was the case even in Go, and no one played with a weird view model, so...
I think the difference is people all had those binds where you could switch side that your weapon's on, but now it puts your weapon down when you do it, so no one... You'll notice no one does that anymore. No one does that. No one switches side. A bit pointless. Anyway, long pick. Legacy, 20 seconds on this hit. They've got to get this kill on Device. It's Device or nothing. Oh, beautiful.
Dead instantly.
That's it. That should be the round.
3 on short. Lux ready to
Okay.
put a stop to that. The one kill comes out from Cadian, but the bomb's going to make it in regardless. No way to stop that if you're Astralis. Legacy feeling fine, playing to the extremities of the clock here.
Surprised they run away, not because I think the retake is winnable, but they were in position and the bomb wasn't down those 10 seconds. Like, if I'm Astralis, I'm swinging there to see if I can stop that bomb. And you know what? The bomb took a fight. The bomb went wide to make sure he wasn't being peeked. So if you're Astralis and you peek there and you get the kill, you win the round. Orp is out for Device. In middle. He got boosted over the smoke. But Legacy throw mid-door smoke, which negates that. Out long.
Yeah, but I mean, that's kind of awkward. Like, Stair hung around to lob in some extra util and spam a bit, and when you do that, like, you do give up your timing, right? Like, the timing there is sort of, as you see them get out the long doors, if they run at you, you got to get back. There's been a bunch of this for Astralis.
Yeah, how did he not?
Where they don't really even know where Legacy players are.
I mean, that's a bit more unforgivable, though. Like, why is Device not ready for them to have crossed? Does he feel like he has the gap? They've already made it. This nade, Lato spray. What? 2 headshots on a spray.
And he's on for the ace. 11-0 to start this this opening map. Lato.
Go on, drop spawn.
Dude, the thing that's really sick about this was, like, Lato had actually, in the first few games of the tournament...
Oh, he's going for it.
Dumao was the one having to do a lot of the heavy lifting.
He's got it.
And Lato, with all 5, it was yesterday where he really came into his own and started giving us...
Bit of an interesting buy. Device still saving. But with a gamble, it lets him save if Legacy go away. So this is a risk worth taking. If Astralis lose this round, I'm out of words. Oh.
Okay, that's a great clear on Cadian. Stairs now been cleared on the window. They learn about Yabi and Stown. They know that there's 4 players here, but Device cut down in middle. 30 seconds left, and everything comes up for Legacy.
How do you win that?
They walk in to a full stack. First 2 kills come for free. There's 2 trades back the other way, and then they instantly clean up the round.
Also, like...
I was so nervous that, like, all that meant was we get another 6 months of disappointing Astralis. And sure, I think there's actually been some, like, nicer moments in this year so far for Astralis. Like, Cluj was good.
Oh,
but it's just how often they seem to revert back to this.
You can't do
like, you know, you're Astralis, bro. You can't just have like one kind of good event per year.
Yeah.
You guys used to win every event to the point where it was boring.
It's not Astralis anymore, though, is
And
it?
I know, but like, come on, that's still the org you're representing. Don't go the way of like Fnatic, even though you kind of already have.
I mean, yeah, they've missed 5 majors in a row, Harry. I don't think
They've been like that for a while, yeah.
this isn't new. I think it's just like with every roster they've come through, it's like surprising how much kind of worse they're getting at times. Like this roster should be good.
Come on, just don't get 13-0. That's now
you said it. Well,
that's the new benchmark. I don't know. Lato still hasn't died in this game. Just so we're clear, he's 15-0.
Well, you said 13-0, so the Astralis are congratulations. They won this round. I'm counter jinxing. They're out the smoke. This is good. 2 kills. Why have you done this, Harry?
Yeah, look, man.
It's not fair.
I said the goal is don't get 13-0'd, and to that end, Astralis, they can be happy.
They've won, in a way.
They've won the mini game within the game.
I'm sad that you said it, because I think it would have happened if you didn't say it.
That's not actually how it works.
No, but there is a weird link, isn't there?
I said...
All right, it's to be smoked with a
corridor smokes, yeah, it's good, right? Cuts off the info for both sides. Now, Stan did just need that open, so he's caught the info ahead of time that no one was actually out in middle, meaning he will find himself over here at A to lend a helping hand. However, Device tagged up, forced off the line. Down in hot water, they know they've got him in CT, and look at Dumao, just charges at him, no respect.
They know how good that round was. Lux is walking with the bomb out, crouched looking at the ground to dodge Device. They're not even scared of guy in sight, a guy on Goose or Ramp. They know Stown as that rotator is down in CT. He bought it. Astralis going to try and get back in with a quick retake. They hit a couple of shots. Device from the long side, but it's on Cadian down in spawn. The rifle has to get up close. It has to get involved. Fires off now with the AWP, and Cadian gives it up. Legacy allowed 9. But they knew that they'd won that round, it felt like. They knew exactly where Astralis was sitting. So just some great executes for Legacy in this game. Can't deny that. One thing that oh wait, hold that thought.
Oh. That's a wild trade for Nissim to get. He has to run into someone already spamming. But he will secure it. Tucked in over towards the car is Cadian. Oh, he's burning. He's dead. There was no smoke to help him. Device going to come back around on that AWP. Has a flash to try and tee up Stair for a peek. But he knows the AWP is long, so the prospect of going too far out here is a scary one for Stair. Likely just going to be hiding out till Device kind of takes contact on this cross, who's watching from over at Gandalf. It's this double setup that Astralis are hoping can change their fortunes in this 3v4. Smoke now down means Device is off the line, off the angle. Still Stair hangs out at the single box. Nades pulled on the players moving up through ramp, and so Stair swings out for a quick double. Dumao with an important trade, still has to get past the Device AWP. Playing around the short smoke, Device has the line, Device has the angle. Has to be a safe pair of hands, but Nissim over the top on this AWP finds himself the hat-trick. Needs one more, very little time left. No util on Yabi, so he won't have to be able to stop this plant. He has to push up and win this fight when Nissim gets off that bomb, baits the shot out. One bullet from either party would end this, but Yabi just can't get his number. Yabi just can't hit this. Been given many chances, finally gets it.
He's trolling, man. He throws his AWP. Throws his AWP at him.
Astralis are learning that lesson as well. He was low on health that entire round, gets a key trade out long, and then goes on to shut down 2 more players with quick trade kills on his teammate. In the rounds where he's left kind of lurking over towards the tunnels, I think he's done a fantastic job. You actually saw how when Dumao was left there, he just kind of gave up the space. I feel like Nissim, very, very good at hanging around, locking down key areas of the map and just not giving them over.
Dude, Cadian needs a smoke for Device, and Sadson still kills him. What a pick for Sadzen in this round. Last round of the half, they've taken down Device. They don't have to commit. A great call off. Legacy all on the same page. That's just a mid-round move. They realize Astralis have numbers on A. They drop fast mid to B. Only one player in the site.
Yabi holding the line. Cadian crossing smokes as Yabi falls. He's gone right by them. And so shot in the back. Dumao gives him a little tease. Cadian turns, but it's too late. And now the remaining two for Astralis limping in through the spawn. Time to go to the glue factory.
You know what's awesome, though? I think what's awesome is that even though, I'm just moving past this round, even though we have this new teams to be able to earn spots at Tier 1 events. $10-2 for Legacy. Oh. 11-2 for Legacy.
Yeah. Well, you know, at least it was fast, right? Like, that's what you tell yourself if you're Astralis. You're like, well, yeah. Come on, boys. Astralis, come on, do something.
Yeah,
it's like that meme, just poking them with a stick. Do something.
Because I can't deny, I want these players to play like they used to or play like they can. Like, dude, when Stan was really good, man, he was one of the best riflers in CSGO. At such a young age as well. So you know he's still got a lot of time in him playing professionally, but he doesn't play at that level consistently anymore. Strong's got a plant. Maybe they can win the round. He comes out for Stan. Gonna need a lot more than that, though, as Legacy are swarming the site. Some low health players. This is still on the... Oh, okay. Yeah, they're sticking. Safe plant. It's over. 10-second stick. Oh, wait! Oh, nice kills!
Big Stare.
That's sick.
Justice for Stare.
I can't believe they didn't cover him. 2v4 for Astralis. Bad cover. Stare gets through the smoke. Thought it was over. Is there hope? Device with a tag.
All right, that's nice. Stare with a little bit more mileage.
But the thing that's crazy about that, before he was in Astralis, when he was in Sprout, when he was in some of those other teams coming up, like, he was meant to be the prodigy Danish player, 17, 18 years old, was dropping 30 kills in star rolls, winning matches solo, in CSGO, of course, but he was that player. Oh God, 3-on-5. This should be fine on the mid to B, but they are going into the stack. So obviously Stare's not in those roles anymore, but I still think he has a very bright future ahead of him. This can't get weird, right? Oh, wrong. If he killed Stare, maybe, but Sadzen overwhelmed at the back of the site, and Astralis will find 4. But like, Stare was meant to be a prodigy player, like a young prodigy player.
Likes of even like a Astound, he was supposed to be the next big guy too.
But he at least had a pretty high peak at his best, right? Like, he was...
Well, yes and no.
Yes
I would argue
sure.
It's like his peaks were great and you saw them, but also you were like waiting for them to stabilize out in high pressure moments, and they never did.
I'm more just in that comparison.
Yeah.
It's like Stare's peak was, you know, before Astralis was online CS, playing really well, on everyone's radar. Stound's peak was major playoffs.
Yeah, no, it's fair.
Winning full finals.
It's curious they're still keeping 2 players over there at the long doors after seeing that there's no one behind the lurk smoke, but still, I think, you know, you're going to be able to take pace out of this round in other ways. Flashing the mid-smoke was hopeful. You know, it was kind of like an info flash. You're kind of hoping you get a reaction there from anyone out in mid. And Astralis made the right decision and not fire off. As Luck swings this, might not have anticipated quite so many players downrange. And that's the job done for Astralis. This comeback starting to build.
That's a nice shot for Cadian. Got peeked into from the balcony. Nailed the headshot. Stare and Stound follow up. Device trying to get some exits here, it seems like. Get rid of these guns. Legacy goal is survive right now, and Astralis don't want to let that happen for free. Cadian has a molly, but he's covering the bomb, so...
Device finally with the good read, with the good position.
It's a crazy hunt. He went from tunnels to T-spawn to long.
Okay, look, man. On that, like, it's a test of... And sure, like, I'm not saying you don't default. Very much still do, but you get what I'm saying. Like, everything's more pointed. You need to have ideas behind rounds. A lot of old CSGO, you know, when you go watch it, like, so many of the rounds were just kind of defaulting, waiting to see what your opponent's doing, if they're doing anything, if you catch anyone, and then making your play.
Can I build on that, though? Because you're right when you say you don't, like, let's just talk over this round. It should be fine.
Well, hang on. This, you know, this could be Legacy getting onto that point if they win this with the hero gun, and it's looking pretty good. Lato with the deagle down in pit now complicates matters even further. Astralis trying to come out through short, but they are going into a 4-man stack here. This isn't plain sailing. Dumao on the jump up's been cleared. That's a good check from Device. Stair needs this double kill. Struggles to reel them in. Sats in with the delay. Device left up in this clutch. One more man from long, and Device can't do it.
Oh my.
Eco round with one gun in it, and that's how.
And Astralis is just going to go all in to this B site. Lux with an AUG. We've been seeing Complexity run this on train, but this is a great position for it. He's got to be quick. All Molly on his position. Pre-smokes it as well. He was ready for that play. Stair gets the trade. Entry's good for Astralis. They're out B. On this save, let me build on that point, right? Because, yes, you're right. There is less defaulting. Yes, there are more set plays. But the thing is, the point you made in conjunction with that was like, oh, you get punished more. Well, that's the thing. I think, I'm not saying the level of CS is worse, but because there are less rounds, you don't have to default as much because you can have like a few set T, like call them gimmicks or call them set plays or whatever. Games went too long. I just think fix the economy.
I think let's hold off. We'll bring this. This is a map 2 conversation. Okay. Come on now. Lux is about to win the whole map for Legacy.
True.
And you're out here talking about nothing. Device gonna try and get out through the long doors. Bomb on his back. 8 kills in the game. What can Device do? Armed with an AUG, he decapitates Lux down in the pit. And he does still have a teammate in Yabi over in the mid doors. Now, they are a long way away from each other. There's no denying it in this 2-on-3, so regrouping might be the aim of the game. Instead, Yabi's going to try and make this solo play out in mid. Collects the first, but isn't ready for a swing out of Dumao. So it comes down to this. Device, there's no ignoring the struggles he's had here on Dust 2. But if he can win this 1v2, he keeps the dream alive for Astralis just a couple rounds longer. Makes it across to the car. There's been many a Device highlight from this position. This isn't feeling like one of them. He's tagged down low on the cross. Makes it into the site with the bomb, but now Legacy have the info. They've also got nades and kits to work with. Time nor health is on Device's side. He backs up into the nade and goes quietly into that good night. It's Legacy picking up the dub. Dominant stuff on Dust 2 to open up this Elim series. Great to see Legacy cut the gate swinging, in particular Lato with an absolutely unreal first half of play.
Maybe Shadow Daggers. What the fuck is this? Nah, man. Yes, sir. That's my style.
You know, fall out of this one with these back-to-back losses. So pressure really is on now for Astralis to show up in this series, and they've got to do it now. There's no more breathing room. Stair on the A side faking a bit, but it gets blocked. Astralis are in B.
Oh yeah, good bit of aggression. Pushed up on Yabi, but Lux was able to get past him on those dual Berettas, and now they've got Device pinned in at the site. That's clean for Device on the opening, but no further. Stoud, that's more like it. Quick double kill on the push up through short, and it's just Sadzin left Tap on the bomb, hoping this brings a fight to him. Stown will just waltz out through that smoke and cement it with 3.
All right, this is Stown's map. This is what we said back on Dust 2. This is the one where we used to see him perform very well on Ancient, and we need that today.
Lux. Woo! Style on it. And now down on the pistol. His time limited in the round. Still, he's done his part. Lato taking it one step further. Oh, God.
See that going wrong.
That's one of the moves that was available. Of course, not a good one, but
Stown, though.
Stown could win this. Even ready for the wraparound. Oh, gets the spot off. That's going to force him back into these 2 low HP players. One shot from the scout would end Stown's round as he wraps it over towards Long. The kill on Lato is free, and now he's trying to carve a path into the A play. Smoke dropped. He's faked them out.
40.
Sadzin calls across to Nissim. I think he's going A. He'll float around over towards the V site just in case Stown's getting tricky with it. And of course, we all know Stown is getting tricky with it. He opened up the pistol with a beautiful little 3K. Now 2 kills on his way to a 1v4.
Nice read.
Gets the plant off. Stown has handled this really, really well. He's put himself in a power position here in this 1v2. Now he's just got to finish it off with the kills. Tucks himself in over towards the cave. Legacy are wasting a lot of time waiting for these smokes to fade. Time they simply do not have. No kit in the round. With this being the buy up in round 2 for Legacy, they need the immediate kill on Stown, and he won't be able to hold on. This is going to be real close for Sadzin.
No idea.
Hopping on this defuse, it's down to the wire. Has Stown clutched up 1v4? Yes, he has.
Wow. Really, really sick clutch.
This guy was nowhere to be found on Dust 2, but immediately on Ancient starts things off with a bang. It smiles all around for Stown.
Oof. What's he holding for?
Yeah.
Holding for the boost or something? Oh, and the wall back. Stown just keeps it going. Astralis looking like a different team, to be honest.
So it's, you know, a bit of a shock, I think, to Legacy. They're probably thinking, you know, we were dominating these guys. It felt like we were playing versus bots in map 1. And now they're not just shooting back, they're hitting real hard. So 4-0 will be the scores on the doors. Lux gets hunted down, that gun removed, the save not even allowed. It's a punishing round out of Astralis.
Into the orb they go.
Yeah, there will be a bit of resistance as well to these players that are rotating in. Stair's not even needed to play because Stown has just disrupted everything. And now Stair gets to spring his trap.
Oh.
Chase down is Sadzin. Flawless still for Astralis.
Weak half by for Legacy. They are very static again. 3 on B is something, but Astralis don't seem to care. They're getting the entries no matter what. Stown is shut down on his first attempt. So Legacy with a molly down on ramp, re-smoke, they block that B bomb site. They stop Astralis from going into it. Astralis with no other map control look like they will recommit. Device trying to track with the smoke. Just this AK. Lux has to be the carry. They've done a lot of spam on that cubby. Now the player goes back inside of it. So I wonder if this gets ignored. That's the pick that should make all the difference from Device.
Cleared Sadzin, yeah, he's allowed to fire off and get one for free. Now as they chase him down, that's when Lato attempts the swing. Nearly awkward for Device, but Cadian is there to bail him out. But hey, they got the timing right. They've nailed it. 7-0 for Astralis. You go, I know you like crazy stats, so
Ooh,
I'm trying to get
hit
one
me.
for you.
All right. How crazy?
I'm like, it doesn't feel real to say,
Okay.
so I keep having to...
You're double, triple, quadruple checking. It's a statement. Well, right now, it's proving to be true. Astralis hitting different. Oh, would have been nice. Wasn't. Oh, they didn't clear.
Like, we even saw this in the GamerLegion game. Right, like Legacy looked really, really sick in that series, and then by the time this map rolled around, it all just fell apart. And now, after being the ones who could have dished out a 13-0 on the opening map, they're the ones maybe about to get 13-0'd. Here you go.
Oh, you said it. Well, now, okay, Nissan, what have you got? This would be crazy. With no kit. He's heard
Oh,
the
he's
run.
giving chase. Bombs at the
They
back
hear
as
him.
well.
They hear him.
Bombs at the back, but that's going to
Fighting.
slow the bomb. That's going to slow it all down. Stown stopped to fight. Stair had to hit that. My God, thank goodness he did. Ooh, they nearly got worried. Nearly got worried.
Stair, you know, Stown's taking the cake, obviously, but Stair's finding a lot of value from these lurks in red. He did it again. He cut them off to...
I'm guessing this round is where they attempt a bit of a lane take, but
I love the call.
Astralis, of course, just going to run out A. Legacy are ahead of this on the rotate, and so finally they actually have a good crossfire established. Yeah, they're winning this round. That's unsurprising. They have everyone in the right place. 3 guns on main. A quick dismantling of the triple B stack at the start.
I think
padded out A.
That's Astralis, right, thinking they're going for either a lane crunch or a mid take with 3, and Legacy have failed so many times at mid that they actually don't even play middle. They play donut CT. So that leaves them hilariously in a position to stop the A rush. But I still think it's a good call for Astralis. Like, everything's worked, throw in an A rush, and now for the last couple of rounds, they're going to go back to something super default and just play how they've been playing, taking map control together, popping out mid, getting Stair in red room. So this shouldn't be the beginning of any worries for Astralis. This should absolutely be their half at still probably 10-2, 11-1. Nice dead. Psych! You thought. I thought. Actually a pretty nice move. So Legacy won't have that, thanks to Device. Say worth it, as far as the save goes.
And so that's why you're seeing Astralis in this portion of the map time and time again. Legacy, I think they're starting to feel a bit of pressure with like 45 seconds left in a triple B stack. They wanted to make a move, and I think that was them kind of poising to go aggro down the ramp. And they get caught rotating Lux over from the triple boost. That's a really nice use of that boost for Device. Stair through the red room, gonna uproot the back line. I think like Legacy have had the right idea in some of these rounds, but it just takes them too long to act upon, it. They wanted to go for some ramp aggro. There's 40 seconds left. 3 players B. They started to walk towards ramp. There's a player all the way back at long who's like slow walking, dies to the orb. The Astralis have had time to assemble. You imagine if that play...
Oh, double. Spotted, Cadian can help. Doesn't need to backstab the Yabby. Pack it up.
Yeah, I think a huge takeaway for Legacy at the end of this event needs to be like going over their Ancient. The times we've seen them play it, this has sort of been the vibe. In a competitive series versus GamerLegion, they died with a whimper on this as the conclusion, and then here versus Astralis, it's even more one-sided. They just don't really look comfortable. And like they have plays and ideas, but they don't feel like super fleshed out. There's not... having the inverse feeling to what Legacy are right now.
Right.
It's the decider where this one's going to be interesting. Nuke as the third. Stown tried to let them cross, tried to play the trigger discipline. Sadzin deletes him. Follow up from Nissim, but they're going into an A stack here. 3 more players for Astralis. It's a good realization for Legacy, who always intended to end B with this bomb.
They hear the rotate.
They get out early. They don't sacrifice anyone else to this A site. They have long control. Lato with a clean tap. Lux in the back. And only Stare remains. 1v3. Has put a bit of distance between himself and the player in the red room. So for now has a 1v2 into the site itself. However, Lux is closing that gap, closing the distance. And Sadzin will finish the job.
It's just a T-sided series today. That's what we're getting. Dominant T-sides from every team.
That 1 kill might be enough to seal the deal on the round, but on the flip side, it's like Astralis, dude. They have so many chances. They could justify hanging around, see if anything else presented itself. It won't. And Nissim is spamming the hell out of that body. I like that. You know, you might be on the back foot, but you're still trying to toy with Astralis a little bit. The fact that Legacy are finding, like, already kind of looking better on T side, I think just speaks to the idea that, yeah, Ancient is a map they need to go and look at. I feel like on CT side, yeah, something that was really problematic for Legacy was they lost faith in their first half in their CT mid-take very early on. Meanwhile, Astralis have at least gotten away with taking this real estate in their first rifle round.
God. Wow.
That doesn't feel inconsequential. Stown getting out. Will get chased down by the nade. That is a very huge pickup for Lato. Just the numbers of having Stown still in the round, having him be able to go back, and we'll see them go back over towards this A site. Smoke dropped in to try and lock off this CT angle and make life a little easier for the players getting out through main and Donut. It's Device they've got to worry about. No one looking at him right now. He gets out with a double and actually goes back in for more. Device not content with just the 2, wants to take it all away.
Could have stopped that bomb, I think, if he committed. Was right there. Legacy back up into this post block.
Astralis could dodge a lot of the worry of this ever getting close if they just pull up now thanks to Device's double and win this 3v2. That's going to put them on map point with a lot of chances to close, but you have to seize this opportunity. Lato 3 kills deep in a fire series. Sadzin alongside him, and Lato finishes it off with the 4K. That's a lovely sequence there.
Astralis playing loose now, playing a bit more aggressive on a half line. Meanwhile, a pressure put on Device again, looking for more off the M4. The only M4 in this round. Unfortunately for him, they're coming his way. 5-7 is overwhelmed. Rotator in. On the flank as well, very fast. Dumal's got to watch his back. They're coming in. They've heard the steps. Device keeping the pressure on.
Oh, chased by the MP9. That's a huge bit of cover from Lato. I feel like he's been so good at playing around Dumao. These two as the tag team, this duo that have been together for a while now. 2 OG Legacy members, they do play off of each other very nicely. It was in the last round as well. Lato trading out Dumao in the cave. You can kind of tell their synergy when they're in the server together.
Oh, Device is dead, man.
And Device is getting hunted down.
Knife? Probably too risky. So he'll maybe run away at the end. So yeah, Lux just takes the kill while he's got it. Legacy 5 rounds in a row. If there wasn't 1900, man, Astralis, I mean 1400, man, Astralis would have won it. Okay, Legacy with an AWP now on the T side. Ooh. Stare using his util, dumping it very nicely. His back player could get killed.
They're jumping up heaven. This is a really nice way to insert some chaos into this round.
So
Stare full blind. Only 8 bullets in this M4, but boy does he make them work. Stown doubles up in the downtime, and here's that heaven jump up now playing a contain. Legacy can't go anywhere. This is exactly what the doctor ordered for Astralis. They fight for this lane control. They lock down the B site, they force the hand of Legacy into the stack. Now can they battle and brawl their way out through the heavens? Yabi goes unaccounted for. And Astralis with 2 players jumping up, 3 players in the B site, and everyone get better buys coming through on this CT side. Now they've got the AWP for Device. Gonna see them go back to trying to take this mid control. Doomau will make it across to the boxes, but it feels like Device or something. He's eyeing it up, holds for the jump up, and yeah, there's Doomau dead in mid.
He didn't know. There's no way he knew. He would have gone for the wall bang.
And I think, you know, the lack of mid control has been rough for Legacy.
What a shot.
It's left them constantly having to play the extremities, and as a result, they haven't been able to fake. They haven't been able to leave B once they get into the site.
Oh, the util.
The util's all getting flubbed here as well. This feels like we could be reaching a bit of a conclusion.
Nissim's in A main. I don't know why they're running up B ramp right now. Nissim's not going to get to play. This bomb is going to get loosened up on this B bomb site. Can he escape with the bomb? With enough time passing, they get a bit paranoid on the flank, but they still have a crossfire.
Yeah, it's awkward with Device in the donut, because as he checks behind him, timing's opened up, but they could have crossed mid. That's why you see Stown going back.
Oh, wait.
That means that this B-side stack was dismantled for a moment, and that one moment of weakness has given Legacy a way in. 2 versus 4 looking to come through from Lato and Nissim. This would be the second 2v4 that Lato was a part of. Trying to keep Legacy in Ancient that much longer. Stown's regrouped with Device over at the cave, but Lato could stop this whole thing with 1 kill. Or just not giving anything over, and that's the more important.
A rare ball drop from Stare. He turns back as they get out cave, but they didn't clear him, and he fires off early and gives away his position. Gets nothing from it.
It was kind of a weird series of unfortunate events there, right? Like, Device left to hold mid alone, freed up 3 players to go and stack B, which seems great, but because he's donut watching middle.
Oh, they're getting out mid. Doomau goes solo on a mission. Flashes from Nissim.
It was still, you know, a couple of layers of lady luck to make that to make that 2v4 happen. But it's kept Legacy in the game. You can't deny Lato's impact either.
Nice.
But he's now out of the round early, lining up util.
4v5 to keep this game going on this overtime comeback. It was an 11-1 first half for Astralis, and they're looking good to close it. Yabby peeking in red. Lux does get that kill, but Astralis is still stacked up to the 9s on this A side. They are ready for this hit.
Yeah, got to get past 3 players. Cadian and Stare ready to swing out through CT as well, and Cadian puts the hurt on them. That bomb plant will come in time, but still they lose both players in the site. Lux now falls as well. It's down to 2, a long reroute for Nissim to link up with Sadzin in the donut. Only 1 shot in this AWP before he's got to get the reload off. Every bullet counts right now for Sadzin, and they've baited it out of him. They're waiting for the reaction. Everyone's holding this. Another tap on the bomb. They know that both players were back in the donut. And so Astralis collect. They pick up the win on Ancient, putting it away rather handedly. That T-side causing them some worries, sure.
They're winning.
They're winning.
Another note, Legacy also haven't beaten an EU team here. At least not in the last few months, probably ever, for that record. But
that seems crazy.
They beat Liquid. Is that an EU team? Sort of, I guess. It's got 2 Europeans.
It's a Polish team.
It's a Polish team. All right, we're going. Fast into this pistol. The T-sided start, as we've learned, is a bit of a benefit by now. Legacy running amok into ramp. Cadian with that pick. They get heaven control, but at what cost? Device follows up. Stairs waiting in the rafters. 2 from him. Might have Astralis starting with a 5 alive round, and they will find it. Stare, big triple, getting his props as Astralis put on a pistol.
I like this for Legacy. Doomau was too low on health to rely on him to be able to, like, open up anything meaningful at that lower site. And they know there's players already dropped down there. So instead, they're going to use him coming in a little bit later through main. Now, Stown should be able to cancel this, but the timing just missed. And so manages to get in through main, does Doomau. Cadian has no choice but to concede the site and push into the lobby. He's trying to secure a foothold for players to rotate up through the vent, unable to get that kill, and that should seal the deal on the round here.
Yeah, the big wrap up heaven isn't even really required. He gets up almost for free.
Very, very good knowledge of what that means, where Astralis have gotten to, and what their best possible play is. And I think if you are Legacy, you feel very good that you win this one cleanly. 5 alive at the end of it.
And with Dumao red, again, it tempts you into that A split, but Astralis are stacked.
And with good reason. Stown cleared the yard. He pushed through Secret earlier on and Deep cleared it. And the fact that Dumao hit on red, never got spotted, he could actually be a real thorn in the side of Astralis if Legacy can get out in the ramp room. But they go walking into a double setup. Katie and quick work made over the first players in. Dumao accounted for by Device on that AWP. That's heads up for him to go back and watch the yard. And Stown's already dropped down lower earlier, as mentioned, to hold that secret position.
Yeah, really
He'll get to play another round as Legacy set their sights on B.
Look at him go. Look at Stown. Very animated. Trying to pump his team up to close this map. I hope we have that on replay as well, because Astralis are in control of this game after that reset. Stown with a big read on lower.
But actually, he will go swinging on up. They have to deal with him. This can't be the third time this secret push looks to work out for Astralis, and he knows he's got this timing. Backstab in, just the one and done. And so the damage minimized from Yabi's push.
This is so audible, though. Action lobby push together. It's a messy spray converted by Cadian. Gotta be aware of this having control. Device is holding it. Lux just fakes upper. His team are going secret. He's gonna silent drop down. It's gonna take a minute. Stown again with the read and lower. Early rotation on the weirdest off angle gets him one more. There's always another player. 15 seconds up the vent. This is crazy. And it's not gonna work. Yeah, they know what they're up against. How many positions will this clear?
It feels like they've gotten so tunnel vision, though, on fixing this outside control that now they've kind of given up all the other areas of the map too in the last couple of rounds.
There's 10 seconds. Where is your team? Oh, what a shot.
Hugs the go.
That's it. That's a
but
round.
the bomb
Round's
is
over.
now gone, and there is no winning this anymore.
Run. Down the vent. Oh, he made
Okay,
it.
great routing.
That's good.
To
If
be
he
fair.
went lobby, he would die.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I don't know. They are very determined to make outside work. And it's fair. I can understand wanting that real estate for sure. It's just, it's awkward. I think one of the best chances for a round we actually saw them have was the round where Dumao was like super slow out in the yard, waiting at red, trying to catch players peeking secret and garage on timings. Okay, they've really, really wanted the yard control to work. I want to know, what do they do if both these players manage to cross in a secret and no one dies, which is something that hasn't been, oh, never mind, don't need to worry, this happens every time. In fact, they might both die out in the yard. That's an interesting change for Legacy. Usually it's just one of them.
It's getting worse now. And this is into an upper pop as well, which is not happening, by the way, if that wasn't clear. No, I will say that was easier in Go when you couldn't break the smokes. Really hard to get 5 players down secret against teams that use HEs on those smokes. Most teams do. But there's no precedent set. So Astralis just aren't really worried. That's a nice pick on ramp. Maybe you can open up a path here. 2 on B though. Again, Astralis. The rotates are so clean. Cadian already here. Traded. Yabi, that molly's not even going to burn him. He can play in front of the door. That molly really is a poor bit of utility. No plant allowed as a result. And they're going to trade out Yabi. Nice on the B site. 3 from him. Out-positioned, out-called, out-read. That's been the key for Astralis.
They play with outside nades down a fake. And Stair has just farmed up the 2 players playing entry. All these other guys were kind of left lining up util, so it was really only a 2-man push.
Yeah. You'd like at least a 3rd guy coming out door there.
The quick double kill has lent a bit of intrigue here for Lux and Sadzin to try make a 2v5 happen. Astralis have split the defense as well. But I think that's fine. The B site is powerful as a solo hold. You can just play your timings behind Silo. Meanwhile, Astralis occupy a double setup in the doors. Device makes noise going back, trying to just bait them into Stair. That was supposed to be easy. Stair wasn't able to get it. A quick jiggle from Lux. He keeps his wits about him and anticipates that bait and switch. Now tries to slow it down in this 1v2. Hoping he can win this by out-positioning his opponent, but he's loud the entire way. Tries to bait Device out, but he just clotheslines him, pushing in with the 5-7 pulled. It's a confidence display out of Astralis. Legacy aren't even really getting a shoot back in these rounds. It's staggering how one-sided they felt.
Stown has been a nuisance in the yard. Will not let them get far. Dumao actually crossed by. And because Stown killed an outside player, he hasn't realized just yet Dumao is here. Meanwhile, Astralis are playing triple B. Bacadian has his heaven control. Player coming right below him. Will he see? Oh, Dumao missing it. He might climb up the outside. Stown's coming back up secret after a vent drop. This is an important kill here. Oh, knife pulled. Stown gets behind cover, though. Lato, in the meantime, a pick on Cadian in heaven. Don't know where he went. Did he go hunting hell? That would be audacious if so. They have no real control on this A site. No, he's got picked. Lato with a good check. Stown on the big flank. I have the round. Oh! There's hope.
Yeah, Yabi should falter here. Lato through the heavens. That little hole he carved out by finding Cadian. Nets them a powerful post plant now to play with. Careful. And they might need it. 2v4 as this begins. Device opens. Stair trying to close the gap. They find Device back in main. And Stair's loud on the approach. Jumping up. Mid-air shot required. One bullet would have done it.
Thought he would get that, to be honest.
But luck doesn't smile down upon Stair in that 1v3 attempt. Yeah, good awareness and likely good communication from Dumao as to that being an option, right? It was him who spotted Stown at red. This is far more up-tempo from Legacy. Ooh. They try to run it down out in the yard. Dumao versus Stown, and he takes that head-to-head.
Wow.
That was such a better look out in the yard. It's wild.
This is why I said at 5-1, I think they need to change the plan, go with a plan B, like just start playing a bit faster because this slow smoke executes. Astralis are ready. Cadian's definitely ready. Backside, pulls out the AWP, put down. Plant faked out. In the vent for Device. You're not getting up here, buddy. They will stop you. Locked in, locked out. Legacy find a third round. But however you slice it, Astralis are in full control, trying to eliminate the Brazilians 1-3.
I don't want it to end with a whimper. At least give us some excitement. At least feel like you put up a good fight here to close out your time in Bucharest.
Device with the PT50 sand dune. It's a classic carry. It's iconic. Legendary skin. Lux skins Stown alive, though, outside. Nissan peeking hell. Legacy 5v3 with a chance. Oh, woo! Wow.
All right. Maybe map 3 is CT-sided just to really throw this series into a weird place because this is looking like a flawless pistol out of Legacy. It's that P250 sand dune left in the hands of Device you were talking about earlier. The skin may be old, but is it gold for Device? Is this P250 gonna give him an edge? Because he has boxed the hell in and nothing connects. 5 alive at the end of the pistol. Legacy dialed in an aggressive, varied game because they're the ones who only need to break through in like one of these rounds. They're playing from the front right now, and that will reflect in the cooling. Still, it's going to be even more props to Legacy if they can keep this game going. And that's the ace for Sadzin. So composed on the FAMAS. My God.
He one-taps that last player.
That was beautiful. Yeah, the ammo was running low in the end of the spray. Check it. Clean, real clean, extra clean. Oh, gleaming, sparkling, beautiful.
Spotless.
I mean, Lux and Sadzin were sort of the two players keeping that first half going in any real meaningful way. It felt like they were the two trying to get the ball rolling, but Lux falls first out in the yard. So this is already a very powerful position for Astralis to be in. Look at the pressure it's applied, even in positions like ramp. Sadzin has to worry about hell and the ramp room itself. And that's just like too much, right? It's too much to worry about. You can't be looking left and right and hit the right timing. Oh, but also they're in B, so not even your fullback is safe. Sadzin dies fighting. Nissim tries to help out from the double doors. He's at least kept this even in a 3-on-3, but gonna need more from Nissim before all is said and done, especially as Dumao dies in the meantime. If they can stop this plot, that's a winner! Lato barreling through the door, closes it out, and Legacy save themselves. Too perfect.
Here we go. What have Astralis got in store? Oh, Legacy playing real balls to the wall on this CT side. I think those last couple of rounds on the T half reminded them.
Oh, Nissim has to dial in. They creep past him, gets out with one. Still, you'll take that if you're Astralis. It's good real estate. Losing Device, though, that one's going to hurt a little bit more. They get players down in towards B. Lato already dropping in here. Certainly had his moments. So they have a man advantage, but they are the ones up against the pressure of the clock. This is a power position at Astown. Astralis trying to make the most out of the hand they've been dealt here. Denied the double doors control. They'll take positions and crossfires between the site and ramp, but with Lato doubling up, Sadzin flooding through, they needed one of those early fights to go their way, and none of them do. This is now a one-round game.
Oh my.
The biggest of leads for Astralis stands to crumble to dust before our very eyes. That bomb plant at least means they can come through with another buy.
He knows they're now not doing it this time. Astralis' goal is back round the world to upper. Sadzin. Got to be very careful, getting baited in right now by this spray, but it's Stown who's gaining space. Back to enforce upper here from Astralis.
Dumao can hear this. They lose Lato. Dumao has really struggled here on this third map, but if he can go huge, if this can be Dumao's moment, Legacy would serve to tie this game up from 9-1 down. Dumao puts on a clinic, gets out with 3. It's left to Lux. Late rotate in through the lobby. In the first half, this guy was the one player hitting for Legacy. Can he do right by the squad now and pick this one up? It's not an easy clutch. Stare entrenched back of the site, fed to him. Just Device left to B, and Lux lines up the double. The comeback is still coming in. From 9-1 down, they've tied up this game, 9-all.
For a legendary upset. The likes of which some of these players have never seen.
9-1 down, now 8 rounds in a row. Fast top site hit to set the pace. Now that we're at a level playing field and Astralis get mauled. 3 players dead straight away out through the hut. And still committed to the call, still trying to make it work is Device. Death by 1,000 cuts as he's spammed out in the door. Yabi falls, a damn near flawless A-hold. Legacy in the lead with 9 rounds in a row of their own.
This is anything but a level playing field. This is an elevated Legacy, top of the server. It's still going on. Astralis yet to break in. 9 rounds in a row for the Brazilians. Can they keep playing this way? Or will the pressure eventually hit? They are so close. Huge
That's a
kill.
really big pickup for Device. Sadzin has been hitting very, very hard in this game, and losing him early, that is a death that will be felt by Legacy. 2 players spotted going down the vents for Stown as well. This is a very commanding spot to be in the round with Stown in the heavens. They have lost lobby. That was the reaction from Legacy. And as Yabi drops in, it's going to get flanked by Nissim. That's an equalizer at least. Lobby info gained. Lux fighting from hell. Spots the bomb, make it across in a secret. Tries to go back and fights down for this heaven control. They know the bomb isn't in a position to link up with him. And so now with Lato finding Cadian down on the B site, that's the bomb away from Astralis. This 4-on-3 starts to fade away before your very eyes. Stown and Device have got to combine to pick this up, but there's 15 seconds left. There just isn't time to win this for Astralis.
That's a desperate call to go down secret. They had Stown in heaven. They wanted to use it as a fake there after realizing that Legacy had lobby control. They didn't like what could have been available. Quick retake on that top site, but Astralis cross past an open path down B. They give all the info.
But this has to be the Device round.
Yeah, they're giving him room to go for this pick, but nothing's going to appear. The smokes come down as a cross. I like this. If Astralis can cross 3 players secret, that gives them a good platform.
This, however, is the very first time Lux has played in this position in Garage. He has not been playing here. Stown still will go for the clear, but Lux is going to take that initial fight. They need this trade. They know they need it. There's a lot weighted on it, and so Stair chasing that down is big. Picking it up, Dumao moves in.
What a move.
Dumao had 3 kills coming into this second half, but he had a big triple kill on the top site. He's dodged Device's AWP, getting all the way in a credit. He won't be expected here.
No.
Dumao is in the swing position.
He might win this round.
To win this round, and by extension, the series for Legacy. He's got 2 on the plate, but only manages 1. Device with a quick turn. Dumao can't end it now. They've got to win it in the long game. A-site broken apart, and Sadzin too far away. Astralis, after 10 rounds of absence, finally looking to break through. That nade so close. Oh, that's so brutal.
Could have been 2 kills. Bomb stopped, players in position. Instead, Device wreaks havoc, picks that top hut, wins the round. Nice mid-rounding call for Cadian to get that secret, go back up.
Stair will be testing the waters of this B site. Device is nearby to lend a helping hand. Still, it would be so much easier if Stair was good for the opening. Instead, he just gets out with his life. And honestly, I think that's fine. You wouldn't want Device attempting that trade on the AWP. They quickly change their mind into the top site hit. Yabi and Stair with the openers. Dumao already dropped down the vent. Now is to risk flying up if Legacy want to attempt this.
Astralis have figured out the reaction and they're exploiting it. They do the same round as previously, but they do it on a quicker timing. Showing secret, immediately flying back up top site, and it's the double vent rotation that cost Legacy everything. Now they must save. Now they need the money.
Yeah. If they go for this round and came up short, they would be broke. There are kills available to them out in the yard. Missed shot from the Device orb. At this point, you know there's only 2 players in the top site, and they do have kits. I wonder if they're going to try and go for this late. They're teed up so that they can. Astralis have given them a way back in. Dropping into the site is Lux. Another kill out of Dumao. Yabi had to hit that. Yabi has to win this, and that double kill keeps Astralis in the game. Last second retake attempted, but that baited Legacy to give up everything. Their money is now gone. And we do have a position change, right? Nissim taking up Garage, taking up the yard control.
Just so audaciously confident.
Lux playing in main. They've got a double yard setup, right? They're playing a crossfire. Lux is hoping to swing out late by the time they get to Nissim. This is the perfect call from Lux. He has cooked here. This is a great solution. They pincer Astralis as they try and cross into the garage. That's the bomb dropped. Legacy continue to hold on. Credit's got to go to Lux. He had the answer in this round on the back of the pause. Some time to figure out how they want to address this yard control. And Legacy finally hit the nail on the head. Device 1v5. Holds for the right peak to open up. But it's just the tag on Lato. And so this becomes an even more impossible mission. Nissim just swings the yard.
This time with smokes. Last time was full dry, right? They let Device work the pick with the orb. He's not had many kills, but his kills in this T-side have been, or have come with big complications, big implications. Drop down the vent for 2. Again, Astralis making no secret about this. In lower, they are running amok. Dumao goes through the smoke. He gets denied, pushing the wrong side of the smoke. Nissim's flanking as well. There's still Lux coming down the vent. Legacy want to contend with this.
Oh, and there's Lux springing his trap. The second player in the vent room. Good for the double kill. Nissim will go and feed himself to Stare. But that only feels like a small misstep in an otherwise perfect round out of Legacy.
It'll be quite a call, and one that Nissim again is looking out for on a tight line.
It is the repeat once more, right? This crossfire between Lux and Nissim. This is now what Legacy have done 3 rounds in a row. Astralis have to be ready for this. And they're not. Back's turn to Nissim in Garage. He gets out with a double. Rotate of the AWP. Sadzim proves to be very important. He gets to the heavens just in time. Once more, it's Device left in the clutch.
He's got really good timing, though. I don't think they're ready. He might get a free kill from this reposition. There it is. Nissim dead. Device goes back.
Device has been left in a lot of these clutches, still has yet to stick the landing in any one of them, but one T-side round is so valuable in OT, both these squads winning hard on the CT side. If Device can provide that one T round here, that would be massive for Astralis.
The repos is so nice for Sadzin, and he's considering the Device has already caught the timing. This cross, surely uncleared. Legacy find 2.
So now they will change it up. Final round.
I like this. You got 2 on
the
OT.
First half of OT.
They're taking a risk.
They do something different. Nissim starts off at ramp. When you see him in the kill feed, that's going to be rage-inducing for Astralis.
They don't.
Feeling like once again they've been outmaneuvered, outpositioned. Stare making it into secret, collecting his freebie. That's Lux getting aggressive out in the yard. 2 players at the ramp room, 1 from Sadzim. Nissim can't deliver anything else, and so 2 versus 3 in this lower site. 1 player already here, it's Lato. He's got to be a difference maker. Temporarily has this 1v2 laid out in front of him, but he's missed both timings.
Oh, climbing up.
Teammate makes it down. For the time being, Stare is nowhere near this round. Gonna have to vent drop.
Should be impossible.
One back from Device, and Dumao knows this one is just too far gone. Full site control for Astralis. Crossfire set up. There's no world back into this for Dumao, and he's even getting wrapped through the double doors. Astralis will find their 1 T-side round when all is said and done.
Hey, it's enough. You can't deny it at this point, right? T-side's been a trouble on nuke for these teams, and so Astralis have done the bare minimum. I want to see them off the wheel, let off the leash again. Play a bit looser. It's what got them their last 2 rounds of reg. Fast A hit denied immediately. This never worked, and it never will with Yabi in this position. 3 kills. The door shut, slammed in fact.
There is something a bit weird with like lobby control taken, but you should be able to fly up the vent even if Sadzin gets a kill. When he goes for the bomb plant, you know you can rush him, you know you can close the distance. And Yabi's having a hell of a round. His 4th kill, he was ready for the heaven rotate. It feels like every one of these top sites, they're just getting, you know, players aren't like transferring them. It's kind of awkward lineups in the door. Another quick, pacey round. I'm really worried about that link between confidence and aggression and speed. They at least get out with an equalizer again, a 4v4 found. You run the risk of this T-side feeling like it ended in about 4 or 5 minutes at this rate. And so the slowdown here in the 4-on-4 is nice. They take the pace out of it.
It's going to be that heaven lurk again.
Oh, going back in the yard is huge. Stown is getting aggressive. Stown is moving in. Oh, they pulled Util, but just got away, and Lato has saved them. That is such a huge kill to find. 4v4 was already hard enough for Astralis. They had to split the defense. They were making info plays. Now they've lost that info. That's going to trigger more reactions. A Legacy ready for those reactions. They hold on to the lobby. 1 more man where that came from. Cadian now tangoing with the entire game on his back as he fights for this lobby control. If he falls, that's opened up the path. That's opened up the route into this A site. And it's just Yabi, the hero of top site in that previous round, has to try and do it again, and he can't find his footing.
Dude, what a heaven look for Nissim again. He got so much control. It trapped Cadian in that position. I think Cadian had to take the heaven fight. That was his best fight available, not the door one. to find 15 for Legacy. 9-1 down. We are now re-entering the conversation. Can they eliminate Astralis in first OT?
It's a good way to start, right? Stown out in the yard with these smoke spams was a backbone of that first half, and that initial 10-1 lead for Astralis. Up until now, this T-side in overtime has not felt like regulation, but this round is them going back to the call from regulation after the wildest of departures and how long this series has ended up being. But they actually changed their mind, and I like that. They haven't committed to an idea that wasn't working. Now, they do have the troublesome task of trying to retake lobby control, a position that Astralis have played for in this 5v4. But there's the opener. Yabby dies first. Device now makes his presence known from ramp and gets one on that AWP. Oh, and another from Device. Fights through the lip of that Molotov. Gets Legacy down to 2. Sadzin dead in the door. Nissim with a key trade, but still has so much more to do. 1v4 as this begins. 10 seconds left to work with. There just isn't time for Nissim to make anything happen here. Another overtime required.
They need to get their ducks in a row. They need to get the right util in place to make this work. Cadian with a great angle.
Device nails a second on his orb. Cadian able to help out. Oh, one more. These orbs deliver for Astralis. And it's just Dumao. He's encircled, surrounded.
This is pretty indecisive right now for Legacy. And so Astralis haven't moved a muscle. Lurker dead. It's all down to this.
Yeah, still too strong down in this B site as well. Device's orb gonna try and strike first, knocking out Lato, and they've got him pinned in a corner, sure, but Device doesn't feel the pressure to peek. His teammates are inbound, and Device hits the no-scope.
They're wallbanging him, it's doing nothing. Full health behind that box. Cadian baiting for him on the top.
This is it, Astralis. The requirement is felt like a flawless CT half, and they're about to give it to us. Once more back to the fight out in the yard, and yeah, Stown opens. Yabby adding one more. Smoke spam connects. More for Stown! Biting down on Legacy. Is ready to send them packing. Only Sadzin remains. In the blink of an eye, this round is over. Stown, the destroyer, tears through Legacy. Also this ramp control, and you can see that that's what Sadzin's trying to watch out for right now. Moves back in on the AWP, but he just departs the angle right as they moved in, right as they took ramp out from under his nose. Sadzin now trapped in this smoke, just playing a delay, playing to stay alive.
10 seconds.
Bomb just retrieved by Stown, but there's more players here, there's more to get through, and Stown won't be able to do it. Legacy take the first on their journey to a third overtime. They now need a flawless CT half of their own.
Hey, anything's possible. That's what we've learned today. That he can't get that plant. So Astralis, 2 more tries. Back outside.
As we were trying to make this OT happen, one of the demands was that Device could cook something up. I feel like with opening kills weighted so heavily, he would be handy, but Yabby's actually been able to answer that in this round, providing an opener. And that is like worst case scenario for Legacy. At the end of the day, they still need manpower here. Lux is super low. Sadzin out of the round. Someone trying to make a hero play. It's Dumao getting aggressive, but just the one and done. It's not enough to change the fortunes of Legacy here. Molly gonna burn Lux out, and this might be the beginning of the end. 2 overtimes required. A comeback out of Legacy from 10-1 down to be the team arriving on match point first, but unable to close. Twice over, and now coming to terms with the weight of their failure there. In this second overtime for Lato and Nissin, a 2 versus 4, Astralis not moving a muscle. A cold chill creeps through Legacy as they know their time at Bucharest now hinges on the performance of just one man, Lato, to try and keep them in it. And he's a long way away. Astralis finally have the answers. finally look to lay this series to rest, and after a diabolical start from Astralis, course correcting over the remaining 2 maps in the series, pushed to the very limits on Nuke, but good to reply and good to close. It's Device on that AWP, the last thing that Legacy here before their time in Bucharest is over.
An admirable run for Legacy, but Astralis survive the night. They survive another day. They go through 2-2 to play for the playoffs still.